Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back. Today is June 9th, 2025, and today we're going to be finishing up the Gospel of John, chapter 18, verses 18 to 40. Three different stories inside of here, and we see that by once again just quickly taking a glance at the 9th in June, 19 to 40. And we'll start on chapter 19 tomorrow. All right. The high priest questions Jesus. Inside, the high priest began asking Jesus about his followers and what he had been teaching them. Jesus replied, "Everyone knows what I teach. I have preached regularly in the synagogues and in the temple, where the people gather. I have not spoken in secret." "Why are you asking me this question? Ask those who heard me. They know what I said." Then one of the temple guards standing nearby slapped Jesus across the face. "Is that the way to answer the high priest?" he demanded. Jesus replied, "If I said anything wrong, you must prove it. But if I'm speaking the truth, why are you beating me?" Okay, so this part, admittedly, I'm not sure if obviously it's not Ananias. I think it's Ananias, but I don't know if that's actually correct, so I'm just going to go with. Then Ananias bound Jesus and sent him to Caiaphas, the high priest. So we're basically just moving him up the ladder. Peter's second and third denials. Meanwhile, so while this is happening, Simon Peter was standing by the fire warming himself. They asked him again, "You're not one of his disciples, are you?" He denied it, saying, "No, I am not." But one of the household slaves of the high priest, a relative of the man whose ear Peter had cut off, asked, "Didn't I see you out there in the Olive Garden with Jesus?" And Peter denied it, and immediately a rooster crowed. Jesus' trial goes before Pilate. Jesus' trial before Caiaphas ended in the early hours of the morning. Then he was taken to the headquarters of the Roman governor. His accusers didn't go inside because it would defile them, and they wouldn't be allowed to celebrate the Passover. So Pilate, the governor, went out to them and asked, "What is your charge against this man?" "We wouldn't have handed him over to you if he weren't a criminal," they retorted. "Then take him away and judge him by your own law," Pilate told them. "Only the Romans are permitted to execute someone," the Jewish leaders replied. So Pilate's here actually not being a bad dude and trying to do the right thing because he doesn't see anything wrong with what Jesus has done. And they're basically just escalated. So it went from Ananias, however you say that name, to Caiaphas, and now we're going to Pilate. So we're third escalation, basically. So this is fulfilling Jesus' prediction about the way he would die, because the Romans are the only ones that are permitted to execute someone, and that is by crucifixion. Then Pilate went back into his headquarters and called for Jesus to be brought to him. "Are you the king of the Jews?" he asked him. Jesus replied, "Is this your question, or did others tell you about me?" "Am I a Jew?" Pilate retorted. "Your own people and their leading priests brought you to me for trial. Why? What have you done?" Jesus answered, "My kingdom is not an earthly kingdom. If it were, my followers would fight to keep me from being handed over to the Jewish leaders. But my kingdom is not of this world." Pilate said, "So you are a king?" Jesus responded, "You say I am a king. Actually, I was born and came into the world to testify to the truth. All who love the truth recognize that what I say is true." "What is truth?" Pilate asked. Then he went out again to the people and told them, "He's not guilty of any crime." Smarter words, wiser words were never spoken, sir. "But you have a custom of asking me to release one prisoner each year at Passover." So he's trying to give him a way out here. Pilate saying, "I got a custom, I'll let one person go." Would you like me to release this King of the Jews? But the crowd, which is they shouted back, No, not this man. We want Barabbas. Barabbas was a revolutionary. So here we have two people, Barabbas and Jesus, being held by Pilate. And Pilate saying, which one? And they're picking the one that is actually known to do wrong things and letting them keep Jesus. This, friends and neighbors, wraps up chapter 18 of the Gospel of John. We're getting very close to the end. This is the last week in it, so I hope you are enjoying this and have a wonderful day. God bless.